Hey, what is going on? Welcome, everybody. So, I'm here on Instagram, I'm here on TradingView, and I am also here on YouTube. Okay, so we're about to get started. We're going to be talking about today how to strategically plan your trades and plan your trades around your trading edge. So, before we get into this video or before we get into the live session, I need to make like a few like what they call housekeeping rules, okay, that we're going to get into for a very quick second. Number one, if you're here on my Instagram channel, because I know there's like always a lot of scammers, you guys, this is my only Instagram account at the Shaquan Lopez. There's no letters, there's no dash, nothing is my name, okay, at the Shaquan Lopez. So beware of scammers, please, when they try to DM you or they try to take my content and make it seem like it is theirs, okay? Hey, B, what's going on, B? I miss you, girl. Next, if this is your first time on my live, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. I used to go live a lot, like last year and the year before last, but I took a little break because I just need some me time. I've been coaching for a long time, and sometimes you do get burnt out. But I do thank y'all for being here. These lives are like mini coaching sessions, right? And I'm doing this for you guys because I love what I do. I love trading, coaching traders. I love helping traders on their charts. Just giving you guys more easier ways to make money, to trade, so you can live your life off the charts. If you're on my live, like Instagram, if you see me on Instagram, I'm always out of my house. I'm always out of my house. And one of the reasons being is because I've learned to trade, let my trades run, and I get to go live outside of my home. I get to go do what I want to do. I can run to the coffee shop. I can take my kids to school. I can go get my nails done, get my hair done, like whatever the case may be, because I've just learned how to let my trades run. I love doing that. I don't want to be sitting here glued to my price chart pip by pip. I used to do that my first 2 years. I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm here to teach you guys how not to do that as well. Okay. Now, as we're here on like this mini coaching session, especially if you're new, please engage with the live session. I'll be asking you guys questions, but I'll also be talking to you guys through this session as well. So make sure you also like the session, you share the session. If you're on YouTube or if you're on TradingView, make sure you follow me, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you're on Instagram, make sure you follow and share this live. You guys, this is free information. All right. Free class. To like, to share, to subscribe is free. Right. So let's vibe here and let's make that free exchange. Okay. Now, I hope you guys got pen and paper. If you're taking mental notes, I hope you're taking mental notes. There will be a replay because someone always asks, Shaquan, is there a replay? And yes, there is a replay. I don't take any of my replays down because this information is for you guys. It's from my heart and is to you. Okay. So let's talk about how to strategically plan your trades and plan your trades around your edge. Now, if I say something that you don't understand or you have a question about, make sure you ask the question. I have a 3A rule. Make sure you ask so you can get the right answer and take the right action. I can't teach if you don't ask questions. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know how long you've been trading. I don't know what your journey looks like. So I'm getting on this journey with you. Okay. So 3A's: ask questions, get the right answer, take the right action. All right. Now, whenever it comes to strategically planning a trade, I think you should start with the end result first. I'm always telling traders that. Start with the end result, okay? What the end result looks like is a goal. You have a goal that you want to reach. Hey, Rodney, how you doing, sweetheart? You have a goal that you want to reach, and the goal is trading is to make money. If someone comes to you and they ask you why you're trading, if you don't say money, then why are you trading? Right? I know we could say, well, I want to get into trading to help people or to teach my family, but you're not going to teach them a dead skill. You want to teach them a skill that is profitable, right? You want to be profitable. So the goal is to make money. Not only that, the goal is also to lose no money at all or to lose a very small amount. So you're looking at it from a protection side. You're protecting your family when you say, hey, I'm in a trade. I know how not to lose money. Or I'm going to trade, I know how to lose a little money. Or I'm going to trade and I know how to make money. Those are the end results that we are looking for. So you want to set yourself up for all three, right? Now, not only that, you got to look at it trading as opportunities because that's what we trade for. None of us can control the market, but we can look for opportunities. And this is why we have to strategically plan for those opportunities before they appear or while we see that they are forming, right? So let's look at it this way. This is like an overview of what we're going to be talking about today, okay? The currency pair that you trade has to be in the right market condition. We do not want to trade currency pairs that are quiet. Now, when I say quiet, you'll understand why I mean that as we get through the sessions, because I'm going to be talking about different market conditions, right? But when it's quiet, that means that there's nothing going on. We need a distraction or a disturbance in the market. We know that as volatility or momentum or price movement. So something has to be happening in order for you to want to trade a particular currency pair. That's how an opportunity begins, right? Next thing is y'all want to focus on the time frames that has your money. Remember that Rihanna song, B better have my money? Okay, well, time frames better have my money. And the time frames that that you focus on is where you're vibing at. It's where you feel the most comfortable at. It's where you say, hey, I know this time frame. I can come to this time frame. I can focus on this time frame. I'm not confused by the price action movement. Yo, we got this together, right? So that's what you want to be focused on. And then how long will it be before you can enter the trade and exit the trade? So now we're going to focus on time, but everything is an estimation because once again, you don't want to stress when you trade. You don't want to scurry and say, well, I have to trade every single day. Do you have to trade every single day? Once again, if the market is quiet, you can't trade, right? That's the thing. If the market isn't moving, you can't do anything. If the market left you, you can't force that trade, right? So that's why in trading, when it comes to opportunities and planning your trades, especially with your edge, you want the money to come to you. So this is everything we're going to be talking about today when it comes to preparing for your trade, planning your trade, and trading with your edge. All right. So let's start here. How do you prepare to trade? What does that look like? Right now, I like to think that when I'm planning for my trade, I need to be in the right environment. So do you. You want to be in the right environment, right? But what I want to know is what days do y'all plan your trades? So comment down below, whether on YouTube, TradingView, or Instagram. What days do you plan your trades? Is it on a Monday when you let the market settle after Sunday? Is it on Sunday, after you giving thanks to the Lord, you spend time with your family? Is it on a Friday when the market closes? Like, what does that look like? Hey, Nikki. Hey, Jay. How are you guys doing? I'm glad it's your first time here, and thank you for letting me know that. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So, for me, and what I advise most of my students to do is I say, hey, come to the charts at least an hour before the market opens, which I'm in the Eastern Standard Time in the United States. And so for me, the market opens at 5 o'clock on Sundays, right? So I'm going to try to come to my charts around 4. Now, there's a reason why I give myself a short window. So I may come around 4 or I may come around 4:30 because sometimes I like to take my afternoon naps as well. I be tired, right? Um, but I like to do that. But here's why this happens. For one, it's Sunday. It's the beginning of the week. The last thing I want to do is rack my mind with the market. I want to wake up. I want to give my thanks to the Lord, go to church, spend time with my family, say amen, hallelujah, and be grateful and praise God. Right. And then what I want to do after that, like I said, I want to take my nap, but I want to come right before the market opens. So I'm not sitting here for hours on my charts, like doing nothing. Because you guys, for years, and it took me a long time to learn this, I used to spend hours on my charts when there was nothing going on. And then I was missing opportunities. When I really think about it, I wasted so much valuable time, And I told myself that I would never do that again, right? Thank you. I think your name is Afro Bandy. You said on Sundays. Okay, cool. I can't even say your name. Say Obo. Said during the weekend. But what day on the weekend? Like, let's be very, very specific when we say when we come to the chart. Like, literally what day and like literally what hour. Like, you want to be as specific as possible when you say these things, right? Because there's a reason. In business, if you would go to the Chick-fil-A, you know that Chick-fil-A is open from Monday to Saturday, and on Sundays they are closed. Well, why do we know that? Because we don't want to go to Chick-fil-A and get their really good nuggets when it's closed, or we're going to have spent our time wasted driving there, right? So and this is a business, be very, very specific about what you say. Now, another thing to do when you're preparing for your trades is you want to assess the past week's performance. What did price do the previous week? And now you want to start to plan how you're going to show up this week, right? So we're going to go more into that as well, but you're looking at, hey, here's what happened. Now, here's what I'm going to do, and here's how I'm going to do that. And then here's a really good gotcha, and I need you guys to write this down. You're going to allocate literally 1 minute per pair. Even if you have to time this, right? No matter how many currency pairs you trade, it can even be one. But you want to allocate 1 minute per pair to effectively strategize without spending excessive time over analyzing, right? Because you need to be a quick decision maker. If you guys know, my strategy is called TMP, even if you don't know it. But you need to quickly assess the trend, quickly assess where you want to enter the trade, and quickly set a pending order. And if you don't know about pending orders, we'll talk about that soon as well too, or price action, right? And there's a really good reason why we're talking about that in terms of acronyms: TMP, trend, market structure, and price action. Now, if you were to come to your chart, you sit down and you say, hey, how did price move last week? Here's what you're assessing. And I want you guys to do this, okay? Type the number 1 if you normally do review your trades from the previous week before you analyze new trade ideas. Give me a number 1. If you're the person who says, hey, I'm going to analyze what happened before, and then I'm going to come up with my new ideas, type 1. Type 2 if you're not that person. Okay, give me the number 1 if you are that person, or give me the number 2 if you're not that person. Give me number 2. Hey, Joy, how are you? Now, if you are that person, I'm going to say great. You're going to be a step ahead. But if not, here's what you're doing, okay? You're going to analyze every single trade that you entered. Analyze everything, right? Even if it was just literally one currency pair that you traded and you only had one trade, analyze it. You want to see all the things that you did good. But here's what you're focused on more. What you're focused on more is, were you successful last week? Like, did you get a profit or did you not get a profit? But I'm also going to add another key thing here. I need you to note every single mistake that you made. Winning a trade, like let's say you won a trade, you can still make mistakes even if you win trades too. Because I'm here to tell you guys that not all losses are mistakes. So let's just say that you traded the previous week, and let's just say that you did make a mistake, right? Now, here's how I define mistakes. And I learned this from Van Tharp. If you guys don't know who Van Tharp is, God rest his soul, please look this man up and buy his books. VAN, that's his first name, Tharp, THARP. I'm praying there's not an E at the end, but THARP, Van Tharp. Okay. Van Tharp says that a mistake is anything you do or anything you trade and you don't follow your own rules. Like, if you took someone else's trade suggestion, that was a mistake, even if it won. If you follow someone else's recommendation through a newsletter or a signal, that's a mistake. If you didn't follow your own rules, that was a mistake. If you skipped a rule, that's a mistake. Even if the trade won, it's a mistake. Okay. So you're going to assess everything, because the rule and the goals for trading, and this is why you look at everything from the previous week, you're trying to see, hey, how can I get better? How can I always improve? How can I build a system when I'm strategically planning my trades to follow? That's what you're looking for. I think sometimes we get so caught up on losses and we think every time we lost, we made a mistake. Here's what you're doing psychologically: you're placing blame on you. You're not understanding that you're trading a market you can't control. I tell my people all the time, do not say you made a mistake if you followed your rules. If you followed your rules from the first step to the last step and you still lost the trade, there's no mistake that was made. That's just how the market went. So what I'm doing is making you proud to be the analyzer, making you proud to be the trader, right? Because it's a business. You're not going to know what's going to happen, right? And so we have to get into that mindset. Now, you're also going to note this, and I need you guys to write this down. You're going to take note from the previous week. What currency pair you're trading just made a very new low. If a new lower low just was made, you're going to write that down. If a new lower high, a new higher high was made, you're going to write that down, because then that means that your currency pairs are trending. You got a new trend to follow now, or a continuation of trend, I'll put it that way. Or if price is consolidating, you're going to write that down. All right? Write those three things down. Hey, Claudia, what's up, beautiful girl? So you're writing down once again, did the currency pair that you're looking at from the previous week make a new low? Or did it make a new high? Or is price consolidating? Okay? That's what we're going to write down. Now, here's what you're also doing. You're going to strategize based on your edge when you see these things happening. Now, your edge is what you're good at. It's what you do good when you're analyzing and trading, and how fast you can do it. How efficient can you do something when you're trading? And what does that look like? Because now you're finding your strengths. Now you're pulling your strengths out, right? For example, one of my strengths is trend trading. I'm a really good trend trader. And so I follow the trend. I don't do good consolidating. My strategy doesn't do good consolidating. So I'm not going to do something that I'm not good at. So let's just talk about the edge in the last previous tip I just gave you. If price makes a new high or a new low, that's my cue to trade. That's my cue to look at that currency pair and focus on it for the week. That's my edge. But if price is consolidating, and I know my system doesn't do good in consolidating markets, that's not my edge. That's not my flow. I don't have a strategy for that. I won't look at that currency pair going into the new week. Is this making sense how I'm talking about this? How I'm strategizing? I'm already putting this down. I haven't even looked to trade anything yet. All I did was look at price movement from the previous week, and I've quickly made up in my mind what I'm going to focus on. That's what you should be doing. That's how you're going to find your edge, right? That's what we're doing here. Okay. Now, I want you guys to comment also below. Let's get to know each other a little bit more. We're doing this. Comment below, what strategies do you trade? I want you to list every strategy out. A strategy can be support and resistance. It can be supply and demand. It can be trend lines. It can be chart patterns. It could be an indicator. What is your strategy that you are focused on? It can be ICT. It can be SMC, order blocks, order flow, whatever. Comment down every single strategy that you use. Okay. Like I told you guys earlier, I use my own strategy called TMP. It literally stands for Trend Market Structure Price Action. I also use a tool called the Fibonacci tool. I also trade inside bars. I have a reversal strategy. So those are the only 4 strategies that I personally trade. But my foundation in every single strategy is my estimation zones for TMP. That's it, right? DeAndre, I'm pronouncing your name. Deidre said pullbacks. Okay, that's a part of the trend. But what's the strategy behind the pullbacks? Let's name that, because that's important what we're talking about next. Daniel said support and resistance and price action. Rod Perkins, hey Rod. Rod says M and W. So I'm thinking you mean double tops and double bottoms, right? Emmy says I need your help. Well, that's what I'm here for, right? That's what I'm here for. That's why we're doing this. Hey, everybody on TradingView. I don't know why TradingView comments come in so slow. They come in so slow. That's so crazy. Now, when it comes to your edge and when it comes to you strategically planning your trades, and when you figured out and found, hey, I'm going to be focused on these currency pairs, now you have to apply your strategy based on the direction of price, right? So when we're planning these, you want to prioritize the strategies that you're using, but I'm here to tell you, you only want to focus on your best one or two strategies. And I want y'all to understand something with strategies. A strategy is something that you can articulate because you understand it. When I'm working with my students or my clients, I have them speak everything out. Everything has to be spoken, articulated, because the moment you speak, you're going to hear if you're missing a step. You're going to hear if it sounds confusing. You're going to hear if it sounds complicated. You're going to hear everything you're saying, but you're also going to get aha moments like, I got it. I remember we were in class and our teachers used to have us speak everything out in English. They say, hey, when you're writing an essay, don't read it in your mind, read it out loud. So you can hear where a period goes, you can hear where an exclamation point goes, you can hear where a question mark goes, right? And I've realized how important that is when it comes to trading as well. You want to speak everything out. Afro Bandit said supply and demand. Okay, great. I love supply and demand because that's what I trade to. I love supply and demand. It's so awesome. But you want to make sure that you're speaking it out. And then what you're doing is you're going to prioritize your strategies because what you're saying is, hey, these strategies that I am trading can increase my likelihood of success in maintaining my clear plan when I'm trading. So that way, when you figure out what you're trading, from the beginning of the week, from the beginning of that week, you're not going away from that plan. If you're one of those people who change things up in the middle of the week and nothing different has happened on the charts, it's not the chart, it's you. It's something in your plan. You didn't stick to your plan that you said you were going to focus on from the beginning of the week. And that's the one thing that we don't want to do. So now what we're going to do, and I want you guys to write this down as well too, when you have a currency pair you're trading, when you know what you have a clear path for it, when you know where it was trending, you know the strategy that you're going to be using, you want to make sure that it's also the right market condition. I want you guys to write these 6 market conditions down, okay? Because if you didn't know this is important. It's 6 market conditions, okay? Some people may say uptrend and downtrend are one. No, uptrend and downtrend are price directions. But it's how price is moving in an uptrend or a downtrend that determines the market condition. The first 2 of the 6 are going to be bull quiet and bear quiet. Okay? Bull quiet, bear quiet. What this looks like is, you know how people say the market went to the moon or it fell off a cliff. Well, that means price is just going up, 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 or down, 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 right? It's just moving, it's going. It's hard to get into these trades because there's no pullback. There's minimum pullback. And if you weren't in it before price took off or price fell down, you got to wait until something happens. Something has to shake the market, right? So we also know this as momentum or high volatility. High volatility. Okay. So that's the first 2: bull quiet, bear quiet. First 2. And remember, when the market is quiet, when it's just moving, you can't do anything. That's what we talked about in the very beginning, right? Now, the second 2 conditions are bull volatile and bear volatile. Bull volatile, bear volatile. I want y'all to write those 2 down. All right. That's the next 2 of the 6 market conditions. This is when we're seeing a wave or a flow in the market. This is when we can see clear signs of highs and lows, and we're seeing the pullbacks. We have action. This is how we're getting most of our setups when there's action going on. Up, down, up, down. It's ping pong, baby. Ping pong, right? I sounded so country on that one. I heard it, Lord. I heard it. Okay. That's that Georgia coming out of me. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. The second 2, which are the last of the 6, are bull. I'm trying to get it right. Okay. Bull sideways, bear sideways. Because I always want to say consolidation because that's what it is. Bull sideways, bear sideways. Okay. That's the second. So those are the 6 market types, the market conditions. Bull and bear volatile, bull and bear quiet, bull and bear sideways. So when you see the direction of price, uptrend or downtrend, it's either going to be bull quiet or bear quiet, bull volatile or bear volatile. When you see price consolidating, it's either bull sideways because price is in an uptrend or bear sideways because price is in a downtrend. You need to figure out, one, your strategy that you have. What conditions does it pair well with? If you're a trend trader, bear and bull sideways don't work for you. Consolidation may not work for you. But if you trade supporting resistance, it might. If you trade chart patterns, it might. Right? If you use horizontal trend lines, it might. That's the conditions you need to trade in. If you are a trend trader, you need to trade bull and bear volatile. If you're a breakout trader, bull and bear quiet after the consolidation. Do y'all see what I'm doing here? Pairing up, literally pairing your strategy with market conditions. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I can't stand when I hear people talk about market conditions and they don't tell you what those are. It's not uptrend. It's not downtrend. That's direction. But there is a way that the direction moves. How is it flowing? How is it moving? And how do you pair your strategy and edge with that? I pray y'all see where I'm going. If you see it, type number one. If you still need help, ask the question where you need the help. Okay? Because we can make this make sense. All right? We can make this make sense. Like, for you guys who are on TradingView and YouTube right now, y'all see my chart. I'm in these trades right now. And this is a bear volatile market. This is what bear volatile looks like, right? I'm showing you guys that. That's why I like going live on TradingView and Instagram too, because I can bring my charts up. If I'm talking real loud in my mic, I apologize. Okay? But I hope y'all see it. And if the condition isn't there, you don't trade. This is how we strategically plan. And the more you do this, the more you line things up, it can become quick. Now let's talk about currency pair selections. Daniel asked, should I stick to one strategy or trade multiple? I think you should stick with one first. And then the more advanced you get, then you add. Make money trading one strategy for a while. Get comfortable with that strategy. Know how to adapt. The market conditions that I'm talking to you about, like when I teach TMP, I only teach TMP in trending conditions. Bull quiet, bull volatile, nothing else. Because I need my students to make money with that first, right? Because they got to also find their time frames. They have to find their edge. They have to find what they do well. That can take some time, right? But to trade the system, to learn it, takes 2 or 3 hours because it's repetition. We build repetition on one strategy and one time frame, then we add another time frame. That's how people who I teach are able to get it so fast. Trading it is a different story because you're in patient mode. You're in wait mode. You have to wait, right? I'm doing all these snaps. I don't know why. All right. Let's talk about currency pair selections. You guys, drop what pairs you trade in the comment section. Let me know what currency pairs you guys are trading. And if you're on Instagram and you want to see my chart, y'all got to come over here to YouTube or TradingView. My YouTube name is my name, Shaquan Lopez. That's it. Okay? Shaquan Lopez. But let me know what currency pairs you guys are trading, or if you're in a different market like crypto, what crypto you're trading, stock or options, what asset are you trading? What's your financial instrument? I'll tell you guys mine. Mine for the past month and a half, and as you guys know, if you've been following me for a long time, I struggle with currency pair selection because I want to trade them all. But I've stopped doing that. Okay. I only trade pound USD, New Zealand dollar CAD, USD JPY, and USD Swiss, but I may let go of one of those USD pairs. But I do like pound USD. So I'm trying to figure out which one I want to let go because I don't need all those pairs. And I don't want to look at the same pairs that correlate because I want to focus on one correlation or negative correlations or no correlations at all. So yeah. King said, is it, I hope it's Wise or Isaac, but King says UJ. Okay, great. All right. So, here's my thing with currency pairs, and the reason why I'm asking you guys what you guys look at. Okay, I always tell my students don't make the mistakes that I've made, or look to see what your favorite traders are doing and how they're doing it so well. So a lot of traders only focus on a few currency pairs. And this took me some time to realize something. Back in the day, when back in and I want to tell you guys something. Trading is not new, it's old. Trading has been around for hundreds of years, just like prop firms. Prop firms have been around for over a century. Okay. But back in the day, they had to call in to get their charts, or they had to use like these slow computers, because in the 1900s they did not have the technology that we had. 1950s, 60s, 70s, everything was slow. We have everything fast. They could have afforded to take their time to figure out stocks, because it was mostly stocks or commodities or bonds. They could afford to trade multiple things because things moved a lot slower back then, but also things moved better with the trend back then because there weren't a lot of people who were trading. And now there are millions of people who trade. So things don't always move. Things don't move as slow as they used to. Things are advancing now. And now you got EAs, and now you have these scanners and all these things like that, right? So we're gonna get a lot of momentum and volatility in the market, right? Um, but now with our currency pair selection, because of that, because the way our markets move so fast, we're able to only focus on a few assets and make a lot of money. Where back in the day, they had to focus on many assets. And I think that's such a blessing because we're learning to make more and do less. We're doing more with less in our day and age. And this is such a blessing to be in this time, right? So, my advice when you guys are trading is don't overwhelm yourself every week on a different watch list or multiple currency pairs, like more than like 10, 20, 30, because there are so many currency pairs out here. I would say, and I'm not here to tell y'all how many to trade, but I would say stick with less than five. If you like looking at multiple, stick with less than 10. Because if you will miss opportunities if you're everywhere. If you're trying to plan to trade something all the time, you're gonna miss something. One of a crucial move, the smallest move can throw you off, right? And I'm just telling you guys that from experience. Okay. So maybe, just try to stick with a few that you know well. I see a lot of people saying EU. Some people say GJ. I see GJ, GU, AU gold. A lot of y'all trade gold. Let's see here. What else? On Trading View, they're saying Euro USD, US 30. A lot of people love US 30, even though that's a stock market, but or an indice, but it's for the stock market. Pound USD. Someone says I haven't gone into one yet. Are there any suggestions on where I should start? I would say this, especially if you're just starting. Nobody can tell you what to trade, but I will say if you're in the Forex market, start with the major currency pairs because they always have movement, right? Only because of the United States dollar. So maybe just start with the majors and pick one or two of those out because there's a lot you can do with majors. You can trade the correlation, you can trade the negative correlations. So just start with those, back test those, figure out which one meshes well with your strategy and your edge yourself, and then go from there. Okay. Now, what you want to do when you're strategically planning your trades, when you see the direction, when it's the right market condition, focus on the pair that has the favorable setup. Here's what I'm looking at, right? Here's what I mean. This is why TMP is very important. When the trend is flowing your way, when the market condition is just right, you have a higher probability and low risk trade. All right. That means that you have more of a chance, a higher probability of winning that trade. You don't have to second guess. You're not second guessing anything. And when you can take out the second guessing, that's what you should trade. That is the currency pair you need to focus on. That's the one that you go in on. All right. Anything else than that, if you get anything that's making you second guess, you got to keep peeking at it. Baby, that just may not be for you. And it has to come a point in time where you're not always trying to chase something, you're trying to trade it because it makes sense to you. All right. So let's talk about setting entry and exits. Okay. Now, if you struggle with entry and exits, give me a number one. Give me a number one because you're the person who I mainly want to talk to. Give me a number one. I have a theory if y'all want to hear my theory. My theory is this. I don't think you have an entry problem. I don't think you have an entry problem. Because when a lot of people come to my DMs or they email me, they say, well, I'm having troubles entering my trade. And That's not true. Here's why. You've been entering trades this whole time. You've been pushing buy and sell this whole time. You've been trading this whole time. What you're saying is, I don't know how to position myself and strategically plan my trade ahead of time. And what you could be doing is you could be so focused on losing the trade that you think it's the entry problem. And it's not. It's a mindset thing as well. Something in you says, I'm not entering my trade right. And it could be because you're relating it to a loss. But let's talk about entries and exits for a quick second. Okay. Let's go back to the beginning. How well do you understand your strategy? How well can you articulate your strategy? If you believe you're doing those things well, say well in the comment section. Type the word well in the comment section. Type the word well. Like what he said. He gave me number one and says I'm impatient. Type the word well if you feel like, or if you understand your strategy and you can articulate it, meaning you can speak it and it's so clear, like I can see it if you just speak it. Is it teachable? Is what I'm asking. Is it repeatable? Is what I'm asking. Can you repeat it and not confuse someone? That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Because it took me a long time to understand that. King, I just said well, okay? Because if you can speak it so well, it's not an entry problem. If you can speak it so well, it's not, the entry is not the issue. Okay? That's not the issue, sweetie. Now, TMP, the reason why I teach TMP is literally just a system, right? It's literally what you do in order. If you don't do these things in order, I can almost guarantee you're mistaken in one of these steps. So let's start with T. T is for trend. I want you to write this down. No matter what you trade, everybody can use this. Every trader can use this, okay? No matter if it's SMT, ICT, support and resistance, no matter what you're trading. T is for trend, all right? The trend or the T in the system is designed to automatically show you where you're going to take profit and set your stop loss. It goes back to the first thing that we talked about from the very beginning. Did price just make a new low or did price just make a new high? So if you say, hey, Shaquan, price just made a new high, what does this mean? It means that price is in an uptrend. It means that you should be buying because price just went up. The buyers just proved they want price to continue up. If you think sell, why would you sell against the majority of people buying? It's opposite. Now you have a contrarian mindset. You see where I'm going with this? Now you're trading against yourself. You're trading against the market, and that can be hard to do, especially if you're a beginner. So trade with what the market is showing you. Stay present. Stay present. If price just made a very new low, it made a lower low. The seller just said, listen, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you see, but price is dropping lower. So you should be the seller. If y'all are on my charts, if you're on TradingView or if you're on YouTube, you see it on my charts right now. Sellers have control. So what am I doing? I'm selling. I'm not looking for a buy. You shouldn't be looking for a buy, right? So T is for trend. Mind you, this is not about entering. It's about positioning yourself as the buyer or the seller first. First, that's how you strategically plan. What am I doing? The end result is to make money or lose no money or lose the smallest amount possible. How am I going to do that? By trading with the majority. Trading with what price is doing. What is it giving me right now? I'm staying present in this moment. You're staying present in this moment, right? Now, let's go to M. Let's go to M. No, let's not go to M. Let's do this first. Let's do this. Before you go to M, trend, stop loss, and take profit. If price, let's just use this example. If you're on my charts, I'm looking at pound USD on the 4-hour time frame. Pound USD 4-hour time frame. Because I want you guys to think this out with me. Write this down, okay? If price just made a new low and you're the seller, you can automatically see your stop loss on this one time frame. You don't even have to switch time frames for this. It could be a 12-hour, daily, weekly, monthly, 1 minute. It doesn't matter, right? Let's just say, for example, this is the highest time frame that you go. This is just an example. No matter what time frame it is. If you just saw price made a lower low on this one time frame, you should already see where your stop loss is going to go. So I want everyone here to write in here, what are your rules for your stop loss? If you see price just made a new low, where would you place your stop loss? This isn't talking about the entry or the take profit. Where would you place your stop loss? I'll give you guys an example for mine. For one, where did the buyers just come from? Now, if y'all don't know, I use a price note tool, so y'all can see it on my chart, right? Well, I don't have it on here right now, but I got to update my chart. But it's around, let's just say, I want to be as accurate as possible. I'm going to actually put it on my chart while we're here on the 4-hour time frame. All right, 1.24686. Okay, that's where it is. 1.24686. So what this lets me know is if I'm going to place a stop loss as a seller, it's around that exchange rate right there. It's around that price right there. Why that price? Because that's where the sellers just came in. That's where the sellers just came from. Sellers pushed the market down. That's the highest price went. That's the highest price that the buyers could push price up to. And then the sellers came and said, nope, we're stopping here. Price goes down. So my stop loss either goes there or a little bit above that number. A little bit above that price, that exchange rate, right? Now let's talk about the entry. Here's the entry. The entry is anywhere below that same number. Why? Because price is trending. Remember, we talked about market conditions. This is a bear volatile market. So if the market is making lower lows and lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, I'm focused on the lower highs right now. The lower lows, they're going to matter, but I'm more so focused on the lower highs. If that's my very last lower high because price just made a new lower low, that means I need to enter somewhere below that exchange rate. So if you're using support and resistance, what would you put your level? If you're using zones, where would you put your zone? I use what I call estimation zones because remember, you can't specifically time things, but you can estimate. I'm estimating that if this is a true downtrend and price pulls back and can stay below, what did I say? I forgot what number I said, 1.24686, right? I am estimating that I can get into another sell below that exchange rate, and my estimation zone goes below that, and my stop loss goes to that exchange rate or a little bit above it. So I can give my trade wiggle room. Y'all see how I'm working this out? I'm strategically planning this. I haven't even changed time frames yet. I don't need to change time frames. Now, take profit depends on the strategy you trade as well. For me, I'm not using support or resistance or anything, right? I'm going to use a pullback. So whatever price just pulls back from, that's my take profit. Or if I'm using Fibonacci, like I have a Fibonacci on here, I'm going to use one of those levels to say, hey, I believe that if price pulls back, can stay below 1.24686, I believe price can make a new lower low. And here's where I believe not price will stop, but where I want to stop my trade. Because that means that I've caught enough for myself. I can't say if price will stop here, but if this momentum continues, if this bear volatile market continues, I'll be okay if I take profit here along with the downtrend. So now I'm trading within the volatility. And if you're a breakout trader, you wouldn't even be in the trend yet. You're going to wait for price to break, but I'm going to already be in the trade and I'm holding it through while you're still waiting. But that's my system. That's my edge. Your edge might be, I want to wait for price. Let's say that where the low is, let's say that you're a support and resistance trader. You got your resistance line at the previous low and you're waiting for a retest of that. Like right now, let's just say that's you. And if you're on this live, I'm going to show y'all because, I just like doing different things. You may be waiting on a lower time frame for price to retest here and then you sell. Well, I'm already in it. You're waiting, but it's fine because that's how you trade, right? But that will be your rules. Now, your stop loss may go somewhere if you can get an entry somewhere around this area. It's based on what you say, it's based on what you do, right? It's based on what you do well. It's based on the strategy that you've learned. It's based on the concept. It's based on how far you want price to pull back. And your take profit, let's say you're supporting resistance trader, may come from the left. Now, I don't trade left. I don't look left when I trade. That might be you. I like to stay in the present moment. Okay. But this is how you're strategically planning your trades. Okay. That's the M. That was the M part, market structure. All right. Where are you going to enter your trade? And then your stop loss. I told you guys mine. I need price to pull back. And if I get some good pullback, I'm going to enter below 1.24686. I'm going to sell down to one of my Fibonacci levels. Right? It's all about your design. All about your design. Okay? Now let's talk about the P, because I mentioned pending orders earlier. Now I said pending orders. Okay? Now, I just seen somebody mentioning a candlestick here. Let me see here. Somebody's mentioned something on a bullish engulfing candlestick. Okay. So P can stand for many things, but I say that the P in TMP is based on permission. Permission, price action, or pending orders. You need permission to enter the trade. Whatever you trade, whatever you put on your chart, and mind y'all, look at trend first. Get a solid position. Say, hey, I'm the buyer or the seller. Don't be both. My opinion. I'm the buyer or the seller because of the market condition and the trend direction. I'm going to enter, let's say, your support or resistance or your zone or your trend line. That's your market structure, wherever you put that. But then you need permission to enter the trade. When price reaches wherever you want to enter, what does your permission look like? Let's start with price action first. Somebody mentioned M and W. So are you going to drop down in time frames? And what does that time frame look like? Let's just say from our example, we were on the 4-hour. You may need to drop down to, let's say, the 15-minute or the 1 hour. It's up to you, right? I can stay on this time frame and be fine. It's up to you, though. You may say, hey, now I'm looking for a double top, or now I'm looking for a bearish engulfing, right? But here's what I say. Here's just my suggestion from a Forex coach to you. Don't focus so much on needing to see a specific candle. Look for the category. It's my suggestion. I teach four categories. And if you don't know this, I want you to write this down. The first category are rejection candlesticks. Okay. You have the hammer and inverted hammer. They fit into this category. I know some people are going to say, well, then you have the morning star, the evening star, whatever. All of these candlesticks look alike. It's just about the length of the wick and the body. They don't really matter, right? It's like having, like, I'm an African American or a black woman, but there are many black women in this world who don't look like me, but we're still in the same category. Different shapes, different sizes, different hair, different skin color, but we fit into that one category. Candlesticks can do that too. So I'm just gonna call them bullish and bearish and go bullish and bear not bullish and bearish, I'm sorry, hammers or inverted hammers. That's it. I'm not gonna think too deep into the other names, right? So you got that one category. Then you got the second category, bearish or bullish engulfing candlesticks. Engulfing means that this one candlestick is bigger than the previous. But let's talk about location. In this example, price in a downtrend. So I'm not looking for a bullish engulfing candlestick. I'm looking for a bearish engulfing candlestick. Bearish means to sell. Bullish engulfing means to buy. So if this is an uptrend, we will be looking for the bullish engulfing at a bottom to buy. I'm going to not say bottom, at a low to buy, right? That's what we will be looking for. Now, let's do something else. Let's say the third category can be a spinning top or a spinning bottom, right? These candlesticks are also known as haramis or doji and the confirmation mixed in one, right? So when you got the spinning top, that means that this candlestick is at a high. So you're going to sell. Or you have a spinning bottom, this candlestick's at a low, so you're going to buy, right? But that's the third category. The fourth category is a doji, aka the indecisive candlestick. It looks like a cross, different shapes of a cross, plus one of those candlesticks I just mentioned. It could be a doji in a bullish engulfing, a doji or a bearish engulfing, a doji or an inverted hammer, or a doji or a hammer, a doji or a spinning top, a doji or a spinning bottom. Those are only four categories. So all you need is one of those to present itself, not a specific thing. You don't control the market. You can't say what's next. Baby, get your trade once the market gives you that permission. Now, if you're one of those people who's like me and you want to avoid that, use pending orders. I just do buy limits or sell limits. I know the trend. I can see it. I set my estimation zone. If I'm selling, like my last few trades here have been all limit orders. I don't care about a candlestick, and I don't need to change time frames. I don't need to drop down. I'm gonna enter when the market triggers me in. That's it. I don't have a schedule. It's whenever the market gets me in. All I have are my Sundays and my Monday through Thursday to manage my trades. That's it. But when the market puts me in, I'm in. That's it. Ain't that beautiful? I don't have a time schedule say I have to be here to trade. No, I don't. Only my students who scalp do, but they create their own schedules. And they still use TMP. It's so beautiful. So, so, so beautiful. It's mindset here, right? But the P in TMP, price is giving you permission, and you can either choose pending orders or use price action, right? That's it. That is it. Okay? That is it. So let's do a quick mindset shift here too. I've been on here for how long I've been on here, y'all? For 51 minutes? Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. That's cool. Let's do a quick mindset shift. Let's talk about a few things here too with TMP, with strategically planning your trades, with your trend, with everything. Let's do something. I want you to comment below, what does risk management mean to you? What is risk management to you? Let's talk about it really quick. And thank you guys who've joined me here, whether you're on TradingView, whether you're on Instagram. Like, seriously, you guys, from like the bottom of my heart, thank you. And thank y'all for rocking with me and being here, because I do plan on going live a lot more. I have a lot of things to learn. I mean, if you're new or you've been struggling, yeah, but the thing with trading, and I think what people complicate, and thank you for saying that, I think they just complicate strategies. I think it just takes you some time to just choose the strategy that's for you. And, once you choose that one technique, and you just not try to perfect it, but try to master it for yourself, and you can say, hey, this is my edge when I use this technique, it gets easier. And you say, hey, these are my time frames, it gets easier. It honestly does get easier. All right. So on TradingView, he or she, because I can't see you, says it means to be in control of your risk, as in understanding when to take them or not. Okay. Deirdre says reserving capital. Okay. What y'all say here on Instagram? If any of y'all said something. So I got some people going in and out. What is risk management to you? Because it can mean something different to everybody. Okay. Here's what risk management is. This is my personal, my personal summary of it. Okay. Risk management is just a way to protect your capital and optimize your profits. That's it. Protect your capital, optimize your profits. All right. Now, here's what I want you guys to do with that. Write what you're protecting your capital from. Because once again, when you have a goal to make money, to lose no money, or lose a small amount of money, that's the goal for trading, right? Should be everybody's goal. You have to protect yourself as well. You got to protect yourself. Okay? Because if you don't come in with a plan for protection, you'll trade anything just to say you're in the trade, just to be right, to be ego driven. I see that happen a lot. So here's what you're protecting your capital from. You're protecting your capital for your financial peace. You need peace in this market. That's why you're protecting your capital. Your family's financial peace. Like, I'm married. I have 2 kids. I have a wonderful husband. And I don't want to lose all of our money. Right? Like, my husband's like, listen, that's you. That's your business. You got this. And he supports me every single day, every single week. Right? But I don't want to put us in a position where I lose all of our money. So I'm protecting my family's financial peace and also from failing as a business, because trading is a business and it takes money to make money. So those three things, like when I look at what am I protecting my capital for, well, it's because of these three things. And it's more, it's a lot more. My mental peace, my mental capacity, challenging myself, keeping my mind sharp, a lot of things, right? So what I want you guys to do when you think about risk management, also have a plan for why you're trading, what you're trading, how you're trading, and what that protection looks like. Because I don't think we get that enough in this market, right? Now, let's talk about journaling your plan too, because it's not just about speaking it, it's not just about trading it, it's not just about understanding it. But this is a tip that I just gave to my students on Sunday. I said, hey, when you guys are trading or before you trade, video it. Put it in a document for you. Go back so you can actually watch what you just did and what you were thinking. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're using Trading View allows you to video yourself. Um, if y'all see the blue word publish like on my screen, it's at the top right. Or if you're on TradingView right now, if you click on publish, you can make a video and you can set it to private so where no one can see it but you. Or if you're like me, I use videos to document my journey. I share it on YouTube, I share it on TradingView, I share it with my students from time to time. It's just a way to hold me accountable. If you want someone else to hold you accountable, you can make the video and you can share the private link with other traders, right? With other people who understand what you're doing and what you're going through. But they didn't know that. They were like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. Yes, that is another way that you could document it. You can also use an Excel spreadsheet. You can also use Notion or good old fashioned pencil and paper, because it don't cost much, right? But there are so many ways that we can do that. How we can document our trades. But you guys, this is honestly how you can strategically plan your trades every single week. Look at the trend, position yourself as a buyer or a seller. Make sure you're trading in the right market conditions. There are six, so I hope you guys wrote those down, or you can go back through this replay once I'm done with this, and you can go and write down those six, and you can study them. Pair your strategy up with the right condition on the right currency pair. Make sure the currency pair that you are trading fits one of those conditions. Okay. Know your stop loss from the very first beginning step, trend. Then plot your structure so that you can enter your trade or know where you want to enter the trade. And then the permission part. Are you going to set a pending order, or what are you looking for when you drop down in time frames, if you drop down in time frames, in order for you to enter the trade? So first, I want to say this, and lastly, congratulations to everyone who's here or who was here or who's going to watch the replay. Okay, y'all just literally learned my approach to how I specifically trade every single week and how I teach other people to come to the market every single week. It's literally just simple 3 steps. It's honestly not hard. And the quicker you do this, y'all will be analyzing your currency pairs in less than 1 minute. Now, how much does that 1 minute cost you? What does 1 minute look like in profits to you? Because that's going to be another live that we talk about. But remember to combine your edge, what you do fast and what you do well, with your best 1 or 2 strategies. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of a Q&A because soon I got to go pick up my baby girl. All right. This mama got to go be a mama. Okay. I'm going to answer a few questions. Now, if this was valuable to you and you like this and you want more of my teaching style, my community will be opening back up soon. So if you're one of those people who says, Shaquan, I want to see how you trade, baby girl. I want to get in a room with you. I want you to help me with what I'm doing. Help me not perfect, but master what I'm doing. I want you to help me on the charts. I want to learn your TMP technique. I want to see how you're using your Fibonacci with no levels, because, baby girl, y'all don't need levels to trade Fibonacci. Let that sink in. You don't need the 23.6. You don't need the 38.2. You don't need the 50, the 61.8, the 7. You don't need those. You don't need those to use Fibonacci. Let that sink in there. You don't need to look left because structure leaves clues. Y'all don't have to do all of that. I promise you, you don't. These are old fashioned things that we can throw out the window. Okay? We don't need to overcomplicate trading. But if that's something you want to do, it's going to open soon. So make sure you join me in my next few lives. You pay attention to my Instagram, YouTube, Trading View. Follow me on Instagram at the Shaquan Lopez. Follow your girl on Instagram at the Shaquan Lopez. Okay. And so, yeah. So let's get some questions in, you guys. Do y'all have any questions about what we talked about? Is there something that's on your mind that you need help with? What is going on? All right. Miss Erica, hi, Miss Erica says, I'm that person who wants to be a part of your community. And I'm so excited to hear that. I love things like that. Listen, it's going to be opening up soon. I closed it down because just for a few months, actually more than a few months, I wanted to focus on me. I got quiet in my community, and thank God my community understands this. I got quiet because let me share something with you guys. I've been coaching for about 5 years. I've been trading for several years, literally 7 years, right? And I was feeling burnt out. And God spoke to me. God told me this. He said, Shaquan, you can't put people on your journey. You can't make people trade like you. You can give them the blueprint. God literally helped me create my strategy. He helped me make it repeatable. He helped me do that. But God told me, but Shaquan, people are not supposed to trade everything like you. People aren't supposed to just trade your time frames because you say so. You can't control people that way. And I felt like, and coaches won't admit this, but this is where we have to admit things so we improve as coaches. I felt like I had to take a step back so I could help people become better become better traders. And because of that, I literally have taken my time to help people with their trading plans, how they should trade, what they should do. And this is so beautiful. One of my clients, Miss Victoria, I don't even know if she's on here, but Victoria, I'm sorry, not Victoria. I always call her Victoria. Veronica. I always call her Victoria. Veronica. She was able to make her first quarter withdrawal this year because we worked on a trading plan. We worked on her goals. We worked on her objectives because, y'all, I'm telling y'all, trading is more than just pushing the buy or sell button. When you have a goal, you literally have to break it down into numbers. I'm a numbers girl, and I don't know if y'all know me, but I used to work in banks. So I just love everything about numbers, especially when it comes to trading. And we had a plan, and she was able to make a withdrawal. And it's just so beautiful, right? And so I help people with their prop firms. Get the numbers to your prop firms. Like, I can't pass the prop firm for you. I can't pass a challenge for you, but I can be there to motivate you. I can be there to support you. I can help you with your numbers. If you need help choosing currency pairs, I can help you choose your own currency pairs. You need help with time frames, I can help you choose your time frames. I can help you match that up with who you're supposed to be as a trader. But you got to back test it. You got to get results. I can't get those for you. And so now that I'm learning those things as a coach and I'm improving as a coach, my God, I'm able to go and give back to my community the way I'm supposed to. And that's why I'm loud with it now. It's like, God, this is what you were pushing me for, so I can push them. I can help them shine. And so that's, yeah. If you want to be a part of a community where you're going to get that help from me, it's a coaching program. You'll get to see how I trade. You'll get to see my strategies. You'll get to see how I back test. You'll get help with your back testing, y'all. It's going to be all in one. I'm so excited about that. Deidre says, I'm interested in being in your community. I'm so glad to hear that as well, too. Devon says, strategies including how to set a stop loss and take profits and diversify your profit. I mean, that's all included, right? In your strategy. That should be included in everybody's strategy. Foski said, can we analyze AUD USD together on here, coach? What are you looking at for AUD USD before I go on that pair? What are you looking at? Let's talk about it. Making sure I didn't miss anything, you guys. Y'all trade a lot of like Euro USD and pound USDs and gold. I've noticed that. I'm going back through these comments. If y'all have a question, let me know so I can answer it. If I let you. All right. But what are you looking at for AUD USD? I'm going to have to type that in. Is it a buy? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? What are you looking at? Ooh, she moved beautifully. Look at that. Look at God. You could do damage. Bearish. She is bearish. She is very bearish. All right, I want you guys to see how I'm doing this and what I'm doing right now as well, too. All right, so trend, right? Once again, the way I'm about to analyze is how I trade, okay? And how I teach people how to trade. Simple, 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 simple tool, right? Price note tools. Price note tools, okay? Opportunity to sell down. Yes, price note tool. If y'all don't know how to get to this, it's on TradingView. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the fifth icon down under the T for text. Come all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is the 12th icon under the T for text. Price note, put a star by it. Excuse me. Put a star by it, okay? Now, I used to love trading AUD USD. And the reason why I switched over to pound USD, I realized that AUD USD makes these extra moves and stops me out before going my way. I got tired of it doing that. And this is why you have to study your pair and not trade too many pairs and follow your pair to see if that pair meshes well with your system, how it's making you money, but also how it will lose you money. Okay. And I realized that because not every currency pair is meant for your system. Not every currency pair is going to give you the best market condition. Like if you're not a consolidation trader and you're a trend trader, trading pairs that consolidate a lot, no bueno. It's not going to give you the opportunities you're looking for, and you'll seldomly get your opportunities. So that's something you have to think about. But I got my price note tools. I can see we just made a new low, right? And this is why the price note tool is so important. Lower low, lower high, lower a new lower low. Boom, sell, right? So automatically you got to think, and this is just on a daily time frame, where what did price just come from? Oh, hey, we just came from 0.68164. That's where the highest price was. Boom, now we got a new low. Okay, so if I were to trade this, let's talk about long-term, short-term first. Let's take it from a long-term perspective. If I'm a swing trader, which you guys, I am a swing trader. If I'm a swing trader, I don't want to be trading on I want to trade long term, so I don't want to basically trade past 0.68164, right? So boom, we got that part. But it also means, hey, my stops are going to go somewhere above 0.68164 or at 0.68164. All right, cool. Now, where am I going to enter the trade? Anywhere below 0.68164. Simple. So I can't tell y'all what y'all trade. I don't know. I can't tell you how you trade. I don't know. But at least you know now you can pinpoint where your entry will be based on your strategy, but you know where you're going to place your stops. Okay? So boom, we got that part. Now, let's say that you drop down in time frames to get a better look at how price is flowing right now. Now that you know that price is a downtrend, because two things can be true. And here's what can be true. Number one, price can just keep dropping. Okay, we know that part. Price can just keep dropping or price can pull back. So this is what we're going to look at, the market condition. What do you guys think this market condition is based on the market conditions that we just talked about? If you guys are on Instagram, I am on AUD USD on the daily time frame. We're looking at the new lower low that price made today. But what do you guys think this market condition is? Let me know. 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 What's the market condition? What do you guys say? Downtrend. Well, that's the trend. Downtrend is the trend. But how is the market dressing up? How is it dressing up? What's the condition? That's what we focus on. This is why it's important to learn this. Okay. The condition is bear volatile. Why? Because we got some fluctuations. There we go, Rod. We got a fluctuation. We can see. Now watch this. Let's drop down in time frames. Let's just go to the 4 hour. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Look at what price just did here, the very last one as well. The very last fluctuation before price made a new low right here. Okay. We have a lower low, lower high, lower low. Boom. Still downtrend, still bear volatile. Now, if you were looking at this area on a lower time frame, this is what bear quiet looks like. I'm not going to drop down to anything lower than 4 hours because I just don't do that. Okay. But this is what bear quiet looks like. So for you as the 4 hour trader or the daily time frame trader or the analyzer, guess what you're not doing? You're not in the trade. Unless you were already holding a trade from somewhere up here or here, you're not in it. Once again, this is when you pair the trend with your market condition and your strategy. Okay? But let's talk about how this could play out and work for you. So let's just say that you are the 4 hour trader or any trader. Like this could be any time frame. Well, if you believe that price may not have a long pullback, like a long way to go, and you want to continue to trade with this market the way we have it here, well, how are you going to place your stop loss, right? Where does the stop loss go? Because you're already the seller. Well, now in this short distance, you don't want price to go past 0.6674. Simple. So your stop loss goes there or above it, just a little bit above it to give yourself more wiggle room. You're going to trade below this exchange rate, 0.66740. You're going to trade below it, right? Trade below it. Now, that means that price needs to pull back and then you can enter the trade, right? So that's what you're looking for when you trade. So we got the trend, we got the market condition, and your market structure. If you're the support and resistance, you may be looking for price to come back to your resistance and then decline, right? If you're the trend line trader, you may have a trend line that looks like this. You're looking for price to come to your trend line, stay below 0.66740, and then you're in the trade, right? If you're a what are the traders? Chart pattern trader, I don't know, depending on how you trade. Maybe you can see a chart pattern and you're looking for a price to come back and you're adding what they call confluences and you're looking for a price to come to a certain area so that you can trade back down, right? That's what you would be looking for. Y'all see what I'm saying? Do y'all see how I'm putting it together? The entry, the M, market structure. But P can't happen yet. The permission to be in the trade isn't right now. You're strategically planning the trade. So hey, stop loss goes here. The entry is here and your take profit. If you're the person who looks to the left, you go to the left to say, hey, this is where I believe price can stop. I'm good. I'm the pullback trader. Hey, price pull back from here. My take profit's there. I'm fine. Or be the pending order trader. Hey, my pending order is here. I'm good. Or I need to see a double top here, or a bearish engulfing candlestick, or the one of the candlesticks your coin name, inverted hammer, spinning top. Got it. I'm in it like swimwear. I got it. Y'all see where I'm going with this, right? TMP, baby. Doesn't matter what you trade. It could be trend lines, support and resistance. It doesn't matter. Trend, market structure, price action, or pending orders, permission to enter the trade. But that's how I'm looking at AUD USD. I don't trade this pair, but this is a quick look. And hey, guess what happens? Watch this. I'm not looking for a buy. For me personally, let's go back to Edge. What do you do well? I trend trade well. If you trend trade well, you're not looking for the buy. You're just not. If you trend trade well. If you counter trend trade, that's a different story. You may look for a buy setup. I wouldn't say right now. Right? I wouldn't do that. That's just me personally based on the charts. Now, if you say Shaquan, I think, if let me say this before we go. Do not be double-minded when y'all trade. If price, let's say breaks, breaks. If price breaks, let's say you use a trend line or you support and resistance, that does not mean you should still be the buyer. 0.66740 right now on this time frame is your lower high on this time frame. If price does not pass this number, you could buy too early and get stopped out. That's a whole different story because that's a reversal strategy. All right. But don't be the trader who's double minded and say, well, if then it breaks out, then I'll do this. Baby, focus on one entry and one entry only. If you're having problems with your entry, it's because you're double minded as well. Don't be double minded. One entry at a time. If you don't get stopped out or price doesn't pass that lower high in this situation, baby, still sell. Okay. Boom. We got that part. Any other questions? I really hope y'all getting put on some game right now. I really hope so. Okay. I hope so. Any other questions before we go, guys? This is fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so much fun. Are we good? You're welcome, I'm praying I say your name, Deidre. I pray like I'm saying your name right because I feel like I might not be. And I want to be. I want to be saying it right. I don't know why my trading view is stuck right there, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm so used to that. Me too. My name is Shaquan. People call me Shaquana. It's weird, but I've learned to get used to it. I've learned to be okay with it. So it's fine. All right, guys, I don't see any more questions. So I think we good, right? I think the Lord used me to use my time here on this live to show you guys this. And I really do pray that, what you guys learned here with strategically planning your trades. I pray that you guys can put this into work. Now, I'm going to try to go live at least once a week or twice a week to talk to you guys. Obviously, like I said, if y'all are not following me on YouTube, sorry, even YouTube. Hey, Trading View people, Instagram people, follow me on YouTube. That's where I do my long form content. YouTube people, Trading View people, follow me on Instagram. That's where I do most of my shorts, most of my quick tips as well. Someone asked, do you trade using SMC? No, sweetheart, I do not trade SMC. I do not trade ICT. I get asked that every day. I don't trade that, sweetheart. I trade my own technique. It's called TMP. TMP. That's what I trade. And it's literally based on how the market moves. It's just price movement and the conditions. That's it. So if you go through this live, or if y'all go through like my Instagram channel or my YouTube channel, y'all literally see me do it. It's so simple. It's so cool. I like it because it's easy. It's simple. I'm not second guessing everywhere. Ray says I'm trying to catch up, but I'm a bit held back. You fine. You fine. Oh, Wanda, what is your good and bad? Oh, Wanda. Okay, so you can see that I'm on, right? Okay, so fun fact, you guys. I'm with two brokers. One is Amanda, that's my personal account, and the other one is 8Cap. That's my broker through my prop firm, right? So, Awanda, the good about it is, for one, I'm in the United States. Oh, and let me say that. Thank you for asking me that, Rod. I really appreciate you, Mr. Perkins. I am not Nigerian. My Nigerian brothers and sisters, please understand something. I am not in Nigeria. I am not from South Africa. There are a lot of people from South Africa who use my name to scam other people. It's not me. I do not have a WhatsApp. I do not have a Telegram. I do not have a Facebook page where I am teaching you how to trade through that page. I don't take Bitcoin. I would never ever DM you first or make you send me your bank account statements. I do not allow people to invest in my company. I am a coach. I am a Forex coach. I do not invest on other people's behalf. Okay? I just needed to say that really, really, really bad because, yeah, there's a lot of scammers out here. I have one Instagram, one YouTube, one Trading View. That's it. And one Twitter. That's it. I just had to say that. Okay. Anyway, Owanda. The good thing I like about Owanda is that I can use it in the United States. It has my Forex pairs that I like to trade. It's easy to use. I've never had an issue with them. So they're pretty good, right? Pretty decent. The other good part about Oanda is that I can trade it through TradingView. So I don't need my phone because I always push the wrong buttons on my phone. I'm bad with my phone. I always push the wrong buttons. The bad about Oanda, I wish I could trade like gold and stuff like that, but I don't trade gold, so it don't even matter. Um, they have a low leverage, but the workaround is having more capital, right? So my account size on Owenda is pretty decent. I don't really have to worry about the leverage, but if I was trading anything under $1,000, you may not like the leverage. So that's the only thing about Owenda, right? But that's why I also trade with a prop firm because the leverage don't seem too bad on Owenda after all. So that's that there. So that's my good and bad. The plus is I can trade it through TradingView. That's the biggest plus. You also use Atlanta O and the King. Good. As a car guy, TMP means tire pressure monitor. Stuck in my head every time you say that. Oh my god, that just made me laugh so hard. Tire. Now you're gonna have me thinking about tire pressure monitor when I go get it. I just got my tires rotated. That is so funny. I love it. Thank you for that laughter. That laugh. I needed that. Thank you. I learned so much. I'll be sure to be a part of the community. I feel like trading can be a big possibility. I'm telling you, trading is amazing. I love it. Trading is pretty freaking amazing. I appreciate you taking the time to take us through this. You're welcome, TMP. Wow. Yes, TMP. Trend, market structure, price action. It's just what the market's doing. Is there a possibility that if you keep teaching us, then we'll probably use your strategy? You can use it now. Like I can't. Okay, watch this. This is so beautiful. TMP, baby. Your market structure is the only thing that separates what you're doing from me, right? People learn how I trade. They use my estimation zones and they say, well, the way you set your estimation zone is cool, but I like setting it on this candlestick. It's literally based on candlesticks. That's it. One candlestick. It is literally from the four that I just mentioned, right? I can't tell you where to place your estimation zone because it's based on your eyes, but I can give you like a guide, right? But as long as you use the estimation zone rule the same, baby, you can make money in this market, right? Now that's just how what I call my market structure, estimation zone. Some of my students use trend lines, they use that as their estimation. Some people still use support and resistance. Like I have one student, Crypto Kurt. Oh my God. It's crazy because he trades my system but he also uses like his terms for his system and where he places his estimation zone and he uses his Fibonacci completely different. Like the way I would use my fib, he don't use it like that at all. And if I would look at his chart, I couldn't trade it, right? But he uses what he knows still with the TMP blueprint and he does very well on his charts. So the market structure that you choose has to be personal to you. You could trade my blueprint or your own. You see where I'm going? It's up to you. But if you use my blueprint, you probably won't want to use another one. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because it's so simple. It's so simple. It's so easy. You look so beautiful, though. You look like a Nigerian. That's pretty nice meeting you, though. I'm from Nigeria. Well, first off, thank you for the compliment because thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Make my day. Okay. But yeah, I when people hit me up in my inbox from Nigeria, I I think they think I'm Nigerian or maybe the fake person they were talking to. Because here's the thing, I tell a lot of people this. They're like, "Well, I just spoke to you on WhatsApp or I just spoke to you on Facebook or Telegram." But did you see me? Because the only people who learn from me are people who can see me. Just like how we're talking right now. I don't do any business with people who don't get to work with me personally like this. If me and you didn't talk like this, you did not work with me. Because, baby, I ain't got time for no scams. Okay? So that's the biggest thing. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I've only been active on Instagram for like 2 months. Yeah, I've encountered like 10 scammers. I know. These scammers are wild out here. Funny you call yours TTP. I call my CCT, creation confirmation confirmation trade. I love that CCT. All these acronyms here. I love that. I love that. But all right, you guys, let me get ready to go because I haven't even had lunch yet. I'm bad at that. I gotta remember to eat sometimes. Okay, y'all, don't judge my life or my actions. Okay, pray for me, please pray for me. Like I'm gonna be praying for y'all. Okay. If y'all want me to go live on a specific topic, y'all, bye. If y'all want me to go live on a specific topic, make sure you DM me or email me, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you for joining me, and y'all be blessed. Goodbye, everybody. Y'all have a good day.